What if your driveway could become the most stunning feature of your entire property? Most homeowners completely ignore this space, treating it as purely functional. But right now, gravel driveways are transforming ordinary homes into jaw-dropping magazine-worthy properties. Here are 100 plus modern gravel driveway landscaping ideas that make neighbors stop and stare. Watch till last to find your perfect layout for your front yard. Please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe Luxury Home Decor.
Gravel driveways are having a massive moment in modern landscape design right now. What was once considered a budget compromise has evolved into a deliberate, sophisticated design choice that top landscape architects genuinely prefer. The texture, the sound underfoot, the natural aesthetic, it all creates an entry experience that poured concrete simply cannot replicate. Homeowners across the country are tearing out old asphalt and replacing it with beautifully curated gravel systems that completely redefine their home's first impression. Welcome to Luxury Home Decor, your ultimate destination for stunning outdoor design inspiration and practical landscaping guidance. On this channel, we bring you the most beautiful, the most creative, and the most achievable home exterior ideas available anywhere online. If you are passionate about transforming your outdoor spaces into something truly extraordinary, this is exactly the right place for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a single design idea we share every day. Today's video is packed with inspiration, practical knowledge, and creative ideas for your gravel driveway landscaping journey. We will walk through material selection, border strategies, plant combinations, lighting techniques, and full style themes to guide your vision. Whether your home is a compact urban townhouse or a sweeping suburban estate, there is something powerful here for every outdoor space. By the end of this video, you will have a clear, confident, and exciting vision for your own driveway transformation. Curb appeal is not just about aesthetics, it is about the emotional experience your home creates the moment someone arrives. A beautifully landscaped gravel driveway signals care, intention, and personality before anyone even reaches your front door. It sets the entire tone for how your home feels from the outside. When the entry is designed thoughtfully, the whole property reads as elevated, polished, and inviting. That first impression is worth every single design decision you make along the way. One of the most compelling reasons to choose gravel is the remarkable cost advantage it holds over concrete or asphalt installations. A professionally installed gravel driveway can cost significantly less per square foot than poured alternatives, freeing up your landscaping budget for borders, plants, and lighting. That financial flexibility is a genuine game changer for homeowners who want maximum visual impact without overspending. Smart budget allocation is how the most beautiful driveways get built without financial stress or compromise. Gravel is one of the most environmentally responsible driveway materials available to modern homeowners today. Unlike sealed concrete, gravel allows rainwater to filter naturally through the surface and replenish groundwater below. This permeability dramatically reduces surface runoff, which is a critical consideration in areas prone to flooding or water pooling. Choosing gravel means choosing a material that works with nature rather than against it. Your driveway becomes part of your home's broader ecological responsibility and environmental story. The visual versatility of gravel is genuinely unmatched by any other driveway material currently available on the market. It pairs beautifully with modern architecture, rustic farmhouses, Mediterranean villas, Japanese-inspired gardens, and traditional colonial homes alike. The wide range of colors, textures, and stone sizes means you can dial in a look that feels completely custom and intentional. No two gravel driveways need to look alike, which is exactly what makes this material so exciting for creative landscape designers everywhere. Contrary to popular assumption, gravel driveways are remarkably low maintenance when properly installed from the beginning. A well-laid base with proper compaction and edging will hold its shape for years before needing any significant attention or repair. Occasional top dressing, edge correction, and weed management are typically all that is required to keep the surface looking pristine. Compare that to cracked concrete requiring patching or asphalt needing sealing regularly, and gravel begins to look like a very smart long-term investment indeed. The tactile and sensory qualities of gravel add something truly special to the driveway experience that hard surfaces cannot offer. The soft crunch underfoot creates an auditory signal that someone has arrived, which many homeowners find both charming and practically useful. Different gravel sizes produce different sound profiles, from the delicate whisper of fine pea gravel to the satisfying crunch of larger crushed stone. These sensory details are what separate a merely functional driveway from one that creates a complete and memorable arrival experience. Pea gravel is one of the most beloved and widely used options for residential driveways across all design styles. Its small, smooth, rounded stones come in warm tones of tan, cream, brown, and grey, making it naturally versatile and visually soft. Pea gravel is comfortable underfoot and creates a gentle, almost cottage-like aesthetic when paired with lush green plantings. It works particularly well in smaller driveway applications where a refined, delicate texture is more appropriate than a bold, chunky stone statement. Crushed granite brings a firmer, more compacted surface that many homeowners prefer for high-traffic driveway applications. Unlike rounded gravels, crushed granite particles lock together over time, creating a semi-solid surface that resists displacement under vehicle tires. Its earthy tones of grey, gold, and rust blend naturally into most landscape environments without competing with surrounding plantings. Decomposed granite, its finer cousin, offers an even more compact finish and works beautifully in both contemporary and rustic design contexts throughout the yard. River rock brings a bold, dramatic quality to driveway landscaping that immediately draws the eye and commands attention. These large, smooth, polished stones in shades of grey, brown, cream, and charcoal create strong visual texture that reads beautifully from the street. River rock is less ideal as a primary driving surface but works magnificently as a border accent, median filler, or drainage channel along the driveway edges. When used strategically, it adds incredible depth and natural elegance to the overall landscape composition. Slate chips and angular crushed stones introduce a sharper, more contemporary aesthetic that suits modern and minimalist home styles perfectly. Their flat, irregular shapes create a rich layered texture that catches light differently throughout the day, giving the driveway a dynamic, ever-changing quality. Slate typically comes in deep charcoal, blue-gray, and earthy plum tones that pair beautifully with dark metal edging and bold architectural plantings. If your home has clean lines and a modern facade, angular slate gravel is an especially compelling material choice to consider. White marble chips and light limestone gravels create an instantly luxurious, high-contrast driveway aesthetic that photographs beautifully. Paired against dark edging, green hedges, or dark painted gate pillars, white gravel creates a dramatic visual punch that elevates even modest home exteriors significantly. These lighter gravels do require occasional cleaning to maintain their brightness, particularly in leafy environments. However, when properly maintained, a white gravel driveway reads as undeniably elegant, sophisticated, and carefully considered in every possible design context you can imagine. Mixing two or more gravel types within a single driveway design creates visual layering and intentional contrast that feels genuinely artistic. A common approach is to use a fine base gravel for the main driving lanes while incorporating larger decorative stones in border zones or central medians. The contrast in texture and tone draws the eye through the composition naturally, guiding attention from the street toward the home's entrance. Mixing materials thoughtfully transforms a simple driveway into a fully designed landscape feature worthy of serious admiration and attention. Gravel edging, particularly in its weathered Core 10 form, has become one of the most coveted border solutions in modern landscape design. Its clean, precise lines create a sharp definition between gravel surfaces and planted areas that looks both intentional and effortlessly sophisticated. Core 10 steel develops a beautiful rust patina over time that actually enhances its visual appeal rather than diminishing it. This material pairs exceptionally well with ornamental grasses, lavender, and bold architectural plants that love a strong contrasting backdrop to perform against. Natural stone borders bring an organic, timeless quality that feels rooted in the landscape rather than imposed upon it. Irregular flagstone, stacked fieldstone, or rough-cut granite blocks placed along driveway edges create borders that feel like they have always belonged exactly where they sit. These borders are particularly effective in rustic, cottage, and Mediterranean-style landscapes where natural materials are the dominant design language. Stone borders also double as low retaining features on sloped driveways, serving both functional and aesthetic purposes simultaneously. Brick and cobblestone edging introduce warmth, craftsmanship, and a sense of permanence that elevates gravel driveways significantly. Running a single or double course of reclaimed brick along the driveway edge creates a traditional framework that feels rich and considered. Cobblestone borders, in particular, evoke European streetscape aesthetics that pair beautifully with formal garden plantings and symmetrical entry designs. This combination of historic material and natural gravel creates a layered, textured entry that reads as both timeless and deeply intentional from the street. Timber sleepers and treated hardwood borders bring a warm, natural contrast to the cool tones of grey and silver gravel surfaces. Horizontal sleepers set flush with the gravel line create a clean, low-profile border that suits contemporary, farmhouse, and coastal design styles equally well. Over time, natural timber weathers gracefully, softening in tone and developing a beautiful silvery patina that harmonizes with the gravel. This material works particularly well when paired with native plantings, ornamental grasses, and naturalistic garden beds alongside the driveway corridor. Low hedging and clipped boxwood borders bring formality, symmetry, and year-round structure to gravel driveway designs everywhere. A neatly trimmed hedge running parallel to the driveway creates a green frame that anchors the entire composition beautifully. Boxwood, yew, and Japanese holly are popular choices for their density, fine texture, and tolerance for regular shearing. This approach works especially well for traditional and colonial-style homes where symmetrical, formal landscaping is an important part of the overall exterior architectural language and curb appeal strategy. Mixed material edging combines two or more border elements to create borders that are visually rich, layered, and highly individual. Pairing Corten steel with low ornamental grasses, or combining brick with embedded stone accents, produces borders that feel custom designed and artistically considered. These combinations also allow different sections of the driveway to carry different design moods, transitioning smoothly from one style zone to another along its length. Mixed edging is ideal for longer driveways where visual variety helps maintain interest and momentum all the way to the home entrance. Ornamental grasses are one of the most effective and universally beautiful planting choices alongside gravel driveways anywhere. Their soft, flowing forms create beautiful movement in the breeze, adding a dynamic, almost cinematic quality to the driveway approach. Varieties like Carl Foster feather reed grass, blue oat grass, and Mexican feather grass offer different heights, colors, and textures to suit nearly every design palette. Grasses also provide four-season interest, looking beautiful in summer fullness, autumn golden tones, and even winter's bare architectural forms. Lavender is arguably the single most beloved companion plant for gravel driveways in contemporary landscape design today. Its drought tolerance, fragrance, silvery foliage, and purple flower spikes create an irresistible combination that suits the gravel aesthetic perfectly. Lavender thrives in well-drained soil and actually prefers the dry, warm conditions that gravel environments naturally create around plant bases. Planted in drifts along the driveway border, lavender creates a spectacular sensory corridor that greets every arrival with color, fragrance, and unmistakable Mediterranean elegance. Evergreen shrubs provide the year-round structural backbone that every well-designed driveway planting scheme truly needs. Rounded forms of Pittosporum, Euonymus, and Nandina create reliable green anchors that hold the composition together through every season. Evergreens ensure your driveway never looks bare or neglected, even in the depths of winter when deciduous plants have completely shed their foliage. Mixing evergreens with seasonal bloomers gives you a design that maintains its fundamental structure while offering moments of exciting seasonal change and visual surprise throughout the year. Native plants are an increasingly popular and environmentally responsible choice for gravel driveway landscaping in every climate zone. They have naturally adapted to local soil conditions, rainfall patterns, and temperature ranges, making them dramatically easier to establish and maintain. Native wildflowers, shrubs, and grasses also support local pollinators including bees, butterflies, and beneficial insects that contribute to a healthy garden ecosystem. Choosing natives is not just a sustainability statement. It produces plantings that look genuinely at home in their landscape rather than artificially imposed upon it. A well-placed Japanese maple near the driveway entry creates an unforgettable focal point that elevates the entire landscape composition instantly. These small ornamental trees offer stunning color in spring, summer, and especially autumn, when their foliage transforms into brilliant shades of red, orange, and gold. Their delicate, layered branching structure looks beautiful even in winter, providing year-round architectural interest against the gravel backdrop. Position a Japanese maple where it can be appreciated from both the street and from inside the home through a key window for maximum design impact. Ground cover plants woven between gravel zones and around planting areas create a soft, naturalistic quality that prevents the landscape from feeling too hard or industrial. Creeping thyme, sedum, and blue star creeper fill gaps beautifully while adding fine texture and seasonal color at ground level. These low plants also help suppress weeds naturally, reducing maintenance requirements significantly over time without resorting to harsh chemical treatments. Ground covers blur the boundary between hard and soft landscape elements, creating a seamless, cohesive composition that feels genuinely organic and intentionally designed. Combining gravel with concrete strip inserts is one of the most popular and practical modern driveway design strategies being used widely. Two parallel concrete tracks for tire paths, surrounded by gravel infill, creates a design that is both highly functional and visually compelling. The concrete provides a stable, predictable driving surface, while the gravel softens the overall aesthetic and allows for water permeability between the tracks. This combination is also more cost-effective than a fully poured concrete driveway, offering significant material savings without sacrificing structural integrity or visual quality. Stepping stone pathways integrated into gravel driveways create beautiful pedestrian routes that guide movement naturally and safely. Large flat stones set at a comfortable walking pace through the gravel surface invite foot traffic while protecting the gravel from being displaced by repeated steps. These pathways can lead from the driveway to the front door, a garden gate, or a side yard entrance with equal elegance and practicality. The contrast between smooth flat stone and loose gravel creates a rich textural dialogue that adds significant visual interest to the overall entry composition. Retaining walls alongside elevated or sloped driveways perform essential structural work while simultaneously contributing enormous aesthetic value. A beautifully built stone or block retaining wall creates a strong architectural frame for the driveway, turning a practical necessity into a genuine design feature. Top the wall with cascading plants like trailing rosemary, creeping juniper, or silver-leafed stocks for a softened, layered effect that blends engineering with artistry. Retaining walls also create planting terraces that allow for richer, more layered garden beds alongside the driveway length. Raised planters flanking the driveway entry create powerful visual anchors that frame the approach with structure, symmetry, and seasonal color. Constructed from stone, rendered concrete, Corten steel, or timber, these planters can be filled with topiary, ornamental grasses, seasonal flowers, or specimen shrubs. Flanking planters give the driveway entry a formal, intentional quality that immediately signals care and thoughtful design to anyone approaching. They also allow for seasonal planting rotations, meaning your entry can refresh its look multiple times throughout the year with relatively simple plant swaps. Gate pillars and entry columns define the driveway entrance with an architectural gravitas that dramatically elevates curb appeal. Stone-clad, rendered brick, or precast concrete pillars topped with lanterns or sculptural caps create a grand entry statement that works for homes of all sizes. The pillars frame the view through the gate beautifully, creating a layered perspective that draws the eye naturally toward the home itself. When paired with coordinating fencing, hedging, or planted borders, entry pillars become the compositional anchor around which the entire driveway landscape is organized and understood. Courtyard-style driveway designs use hardscape elements to create an arrival experience that feels enclosed, intimate, and curated rather than simply functional. A circular gravel forecourt surrounded by low walls, hedging, or clipped topiary transforms the driveway from a corridor into a destination space. These designs are particularly effective for homes with setback entries where there is physical space between the street and the front door. The courtyard creates a psychological transition zone between public street and private home, adding a sense of ceremony and luxury to every single arrival experience. Solar-powered stake lights placed along driveway borders are one of the simplest and most effective ways to add nighttime drama. Modern solar lighting has improved dramatically in recent years, offering warm, reliable illumination without any wiring or ongoing electricity costs. Staggered along both sides of the driveway at regular intervals, these lights create a welcoming runway effect that guides vehicles and pedestrians safely toward the home. Choose warm white light temperatures rather than cool blue-white tones for an ambience that feels inviting, residential, and beautifully atmospheric after dark. Uplighting specimen trees, gate pillars, and large architectural plants along the driveway creates dramatic nighttime silhouettes of extraordinary beauty. A single well-placed uplight at the base of a Japanese maple or a sculptural olive tree transforms it into a glowing centerpiece after dark. This technique draws the eye upward, adds perceived height to the landscape, and creates a depth and dimensionality that flat ambient lighting simply cannot achieve. Uplighting is one of the most impactful lighting techniques available for driveway landscaping, delivering spectacular results at a relatively modest installation cost. Recessed ground lighting set into paving strips, retaining wall caps, or step risers adds a refined, architectural quality to driveway illumination. These low-profile fixtures cast light horizontally across surfaces, highlighting texture, material, and form in a way that overhead lighting completely misses. Ground-recessed lights along a concrete strip driveway insert create a sleek, almost runway-like effect that looks simultaneously modern and luxurious. Combining recessed ground lights with upward-facing spike lights creates a multi-layered lighting composition that is rich, dimensional, and genuinely spectacular during evening hours. Overhead string lights draped across a pergola or arbor entry structure add warmth, romance, and a celebratory quality to the driveway arrival experience. This approach works particularly beautifully for homes with an entry pergola, where lights can be wound through the overhead structure to create a canopy of warm golden light. String lights transform even a simple gravel driveway into something that feels genuinely magical on warm summer evenings. Pair them with fragrant climbing plants like jasmine or wisteria growing over the pergola for an arrival experience that engages all the senses simultaneously. Smart lighting systems bring convenience, energy efficiency, and creative control to driveway lighting design in remarkable new ways. Motion-activated pathways lights, programmable color-changing fixtures, and app-controlled scene presets allow you to customize your driveway's nighttime appearance effortlessly. In 2026, smart outdoor lighting has become more affordable, more reliable, and more design-forward than ever before, making it a genuinely accessible upgrade for most homeowners. Automating your driveway lighting means it always looks its best, whether you are arriving home late or entertaining guests on a warm evening outdoors. Color temperature is one of the most critically underestimated decisions in outdoor lighting design for residential landscapes. Warm white light in the 2700K to 3000K range creates an inviting, golden glow that makes plantings look lush and materials feel rich and beautiful. Cool white light above 4000K can make outdoor spaces feel institutional, harsh, and uninviting regardless of how beautiful the landscape design itself may be. Always choose warm temperature bulbs for residential driveway lighting, and consider dimmable options that allow you to adjust the intensity based on the specific mood and occasion you are creating. Modern minimalist gravel driveways embrace simplicity, precision, and restraint as their defining design principles above all else. Clean geometric lines, a single carefully chosen gravel type, and a strictly limited planting palette create a composition of quiet, confident elegance. Black steel edging, white or silver gravel, and bold evergreen architectural plants are the signature elements of this style executed perfectly. Every detail is deliberate, every material is premium, and nothing is included that does not serve both a functional and a visual purpose within the overall design composition. Rustic and cottage-style gravel driveways celebrate abundance, softness, and the beautiful imperfection of naturalistic planting design. Loose, overflowing borders of lavender, roses, foxgloves, and climbing plants spill generously onto the gravel surface edges throughout the growing season. Warm-toned gravel in amber, tan, or honey shades pairs naturally with timber edging and aged brick elements to reinforce the cozy, handcrafted aesthetic. This style rewards a relaxed, generous approach to planting where slight disorder is not a problem to solve but actually a charming quality to embrace and encourage. Mediterranean and Tuscan-inspired driveway designs draw on the sun-bleached, terracotta-toned palette of Southern European landscape traditions. Warm buff and golden gravels, terracotta urns, clipped cypress trees, and stone pillars combine to create an entry that evokes the Italian or Spanish countryside beautifully. Drought-tolerant plantings including rosemary, cistus, euphorbias, and agave thrive in the warm, well-drained conditions that gravel driveways naturally create. This style is especially well-suited to homes in warmer, drier climates where the architectural and horticultural language of the Mediterranean genuinely belongs and flourishes naturally. Japanese Zen-inspired gravel driveway designs pursue a profound sense of calm, order, and intentional simplicity that is genuinely meditative. Raked gravel patterns, carefully placed specimen stones, clipped azaleas, moss accents, and restrained bamboo plantings create a landscape of extraordinary visual quietness. Every element is chosen for its symbolism, its texture, and its contribution to a composition that invites slow, contemplative appreciation. This style demands discipline: fewer plants, fewer materials, and more careful attention to negative space and the relationship between each element and its surroundings in the design. Contemporary suburban estate driveway design combines scale, symmetry, and premium materials to create entries of genuine architectural drama. Long gravel drives flanked by formal allays of matched trees, generous lighting installations, and stone-clad pillars announce arrival with commanding presence and confidence. The planting is typically formal and clipped rather than naturalistic, with topiary balls, pleached hornbeams, or clipped yew hedges creating precise, geometric frames along the driveway length. This style is aspirational, impressive, and deeply satisfying to achieve when the home scale and setting genuinely support its grand landscape ambitions fully. Water-permeable gravel driveways are increasingly recognized by local municipalities and environmental organizations as a genuinely responsible infrastructure choice. Many regions now offer rebates or incentives for homeowners who replace impermeable surfaces with permeable alternatives that reduce stormwater runoff. Selecting a correctly graded gravel that promotes infiltration, combined with a permeable subbase of crushed stone, creates a driveway system that actively manages rainwater rather than redirecting it. This approach reduces the risk of local flooding, protects waterways from pollution, and contributes meaningfully to a healthier local water cycle and broader environmental ecosystem. Thank you so much for spending this time with us here at Luxury Home Decor, where beautiful outdoor living is always our passion and our purpose. If this video inspired you, excited you, or gave you even one idea you cannot wait to try in your own outdoor space, please take a moment right now to like this video and share it with a friend who needs some serious driveway inspiration in their life. Drop your questions, your own driveway design ideas, or your before and after stories in the comments below, because we genuinely love hearing from our incredible community every single day. And if you have not subscribed to Luxury Home Decor yet, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell right now so you never miss a single design idea. We will see you in the next one.